a very relatable human experience is the act of comparing ourselves to other people. And this is a coin that has two sides on it. So when we compare ourselves to others in the space of superiority, I'm better than, sometimes we'll do that to get that jolt of confidence and self-esteem related to our self-regard. Except the coin of comparison has two sides. We don't get just to have one side of the coin. So if we're comparing in superiority, we're also likely to compare to inferiority. I'm not as good as, which takes a chip out of our self-esteem and our self-regard. When discussing things like performance and self-betterment, the way we go about avoiding the act of comparison, that is the double-sided coin, which either means we're going to contribute to or steal from our self-regard, is to flip the perspective around comparison from others to comparison to self. Where was I last week? Where was I last month? What was I capable of doing last year, 10 years ago? And am I progressing forward? Am I growing? Am I developing? Am I leaning into my strengths, into my attributes? Am I evolving beyond flaws of insecurity or flaws of trauma from my childhood? The best way to certainly do this is in the practice of minding the mind. How am I comparing? Am I stuck in the habit of comparing myself to others? Or am I learning to move outside of that space and simply comparing to my potential, where I was and how I'm evolving forward? When we do that, we can loosen the ties to the superior and inferior comparison, which ultimately chips away at our self-esteem and self-confidence, thus elevating our self-regard to be less reliant on what other people are doing and way more reliant on what we are doing.